Stop stretching your hip, seriously. Because if your hip pain keeps coming back no matter how many stretches, massages, foam rollers, or YouTube exercises you try, there's a very good chance you've been treating the wrong body part this entire time. And that's exactly why nothing has worked long-term. Here's what most people never realize. Your hip is often the victim, not the cause. That deep ache in your hip, the burning on the outside of your thigh, the pain walking upstairs, the stiffness when you get out of bed, it may not actually be coming from your hip joint at all. And once you understand where the pain is really coming from, everything starts to make sense. Because most people spend months and sometimes years rubbing, stretching, and strengthening the exact area that hurts, while the real problem keeps getting worse underneath. That's why the pain always comes back. Now I want you to think about your own body for a second. Maybe you've tried hip stretches every morning. Maybe you bought a foam roller. Maybe you even paid for physical therapy or injections, and maybe it helped for a little while. But then the pain returned. That's not because your body is broken. It's because pain is often deceptive. The place you feel the pain is not always the place creating the pain, and the number one hidden source of hip pain, your lower back, specifically the lower part of your spine. Here's why this matters. Nerves exit your spine and travel directly into your hips, glutes, thighs, and legs. So when those nerves get irritated, from sitting too much, poor posture, tight muscles, disc pressure, or spinal stiffness, your brain can interpret that irritation as hip pain, not back pain, hip pain. That's why some people feel pain deep in the buttock, or on the side of the hip, or down the outer thigh, even though the actual problem is in the spine. And here's the crazy part. You can have almost no back pain at all. Now let's test this together. Stand up for a second. Place your hand where your hip hurts most. Now slowly bend forward. What happens? Does the pain pull, tighten, shoot, tingle? Now slowly stand up and gently lean backward. Did the sensation change? If your hip pain changes when your spine moves, that's a huge clue. Your back is involved. And suddenly all those hip stretches make sense now, don't they? Because stretching the symptom doesn't fix the source. Now let's talk about the second hidden culprit. This one is destroying hips silently in people who sit all day. The psoas muscle. Most people have never even heard of it, but this deep muscle connects your lower spine directly to your thigh bone. And every time you sit, it shortens. Hour after hour, day after day, year after year, driving, working, watching TV, scrolling on your phone. Your body adapts to that seated position. Then when you stand up and try to walk, that tight psoas starts pulling on your spine and hip joint like a rope that's too short. That creates front hip pain, groin tightness, deep aching, lower back tension. And people immediately assume, my hip is wearing out. But often, it's a muscle trapped in survival mode. Now here's the mistake most people make. They aggressively stretch it. Big lunges, hard pushing, forcing flexibility. And sometimes that makes the muscle tighten even more, because your nervous system thinks, danger. Instead of forcing the stretch, you need to calm the muscle first, and I'm going to show you exactly how. But first, there's one more hidden source of hip pain that almost nobody talks about. And this one explains why your pain gets worse when you walk, climb stairs, or stand on one leg. Your gluteus medius. This small muscle sits on the side of your hip, and its entire job is to stabilize your pelvis when you move. Every step you take depends on it. But in modern life, this muscle becomes incredibly weak. Too much sitting, too little movement, poor posture, old injuries. And when this muscle stops doing its job, your body compensates. Your pelvis shifts, your knees rotate inward, your lower back tightens, and your hip joint absorbs stress it was never designed to handle. That's why your pain gets worse the longer you walk. Your stabilizers are exhausted. Now here's the good news. You can start addressing all three issues in minutes. And you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a gym. You just need consistency. First movement. Lie on your back. Bring one knee gently toward your chest while the other leg stays straight. Hold it for 20 seconds, then switch. This begins decompressing your lower spine and calming irritated nerves. Now hug both knees gently and rock side to side. Slowly. Breathe. Many people feel relief immediately right here. Second movement. Stand up and step into a shallow lunge position. Now this part is critical. Don't arch your back. Instead, gently tuck your pelvis under like you're pointing your tailbone toward the floor. You should feel a deep stretch in the front of the hip. Not sharp pain. Not pressure in the lower back. A deep release. That's your psoas, finally letting go. Hold for about 45 seconds each side. Slow breathing. No forcing. Third movement. Lie on your side. Bottom knee bent. Top leg straight. Now slowly lift the top leg a few inches. Not high. Slow and controlled. Keep your toes slightly pointed downward. You should feel the side of your hip working. That's your gluteus medius waking back up. Do 15 slow repetitions. And finally, stand on one leg. Just balance. That's it. Because this teaches your hip stabilizers how to work in real life again. Now listen carefully. You might already feel better after doing this once. Some people feel 20% relief, some 50%, some more. But lasting change comes from repetition. Because your body learned these bad movement patterns over years. You won't erase them in one afternoon, but if you do this daily, things begin changing fast. Walking feels easier. Standing feels more stable. The stiffness starts fading. Your body stops fighting itself. And maybe the most important thing of all, you stop feeling helpless. Because chronic pain is exhausting emotionally, not just physically. When pain keeps returning, people start believing, this is just aging. This is permanent. I guess my body is done. But your body is incredibly adaptable. It wants to move well again. Sometimes it just needs the right signals. So if your hip pain has been controlling your life, stop chasing the pain itself. Start looking at the systems creating the pain. That's where real healing begins.